Good morning. It is 10:36 in the AM on Tuesday morning. Yes, it's Tuesday morning. How's everybody doing? Anybody who happens to be watching? I had an odd day yesterday. Sorry, there's a flock of birds or something in the middle of the street here. It's weird. Anyway, I had an odd day yesterday. I had planned to get my room tidied up and my closet cleaned out, under my bed cleaned out, because I have a new bed coming this week. And I'm going to do a swap. My monkey is going to take my current bed, and I'm going to have the new one that's being delivered. But I had all kinds of shit. Actually, I had a lot less shit under there than I thought I did. But it was just all like old school pictures, the kids' report cards, and my old school stuff. So a lot less than I thought was under there. But as I was going through the stuff under my bed, I came across a thing of, it was a package of family portraits I had done when Monkey and Boo Boo were younger. And on this package was a handwritten note that my mother had left. It didn't say anything special. It was just, I don't know. She must have been dog sitting while I was at school or something, doing something at the house or whatever, and, just letting me know what was done around the house and whatever. But, as all us moms do, it was signed Love Mom. And of course, just seeing her handwriting, it didn't matter what the note said. The note could be telling me to go to hell. It doesn't matter. It was her handwriting, and it just threw me for quite the loop. And I was a bit of an emotional wreck for a little while. I did film some of it. I'm not quite sure why. And then I noticed last night that I'd actually uploaded it. So I'm not quite sure what that was all about, but apparently I felt the need to do so. So there you go. It is what it is. It's up, whatever. And I texted my boyfriend and let him know. And I told him I'm going, like, fuck this. I'm going to bed. I'm done. So my phone will be off. Like, don't call me, don't text me, just don't bother. I'll text you later. And I turned everything off and I went to bed. Yeah, I gotta sleep. I gotta sleep that shit off. Fuck. So I laid down for a little bit. And when I got up, I still felt, that kind of thing is really hard to shake off, I think, It just really made me miss her. And, whatever. So, yeah. But when I got up, I talked to my buddy, and he came and picked up the computer because it's acting a fool again. And I finished clearing out under my bed. And that's about as far as I got. I was a great big lump of don't give a fuck on the couch. So I feel a little better today. I slept very well last night. Thank God. I slept very, very well. So I got up at 8 o'clock this morning and made sure Monkey ate and told him. I sent him to school yesterday with these really ugly snow pants. he's such a good sport, that Boo Boo got a long time ago for a Halloween costume. And because I cannot, for love or money, find the snow pants that I got him a year or so ago. I have no idea where they are. I tore the basement apart. I went through all the bins. I can't find them. So they're either at his dad's or he's lost them. I have no goddamn clue. So I sent him with these really ugly snow pants. But I wasn't 100% sure if they fit. So when he came home yesterday, he said no, they didn't fit at all. They were falling right off him. He tucked his sweater and his coat inside the snow pants and pulled the snow pants up as far as he could and rolled them down, and they were still falling right off him. So, whoops. So I said to him last night, look, like, you know, this was probably around 7 o'clock at night or something like that when I got home from getting Boo Boo and everything. And I said, look, bud, do you think you can put up with them in the morning? And when I take your brother to work, I will stop at the Walmart. And if I have to scour through the entire city, I will find you a pair of fucking snow pants. And I will bring them to you at school tomorrow. He's like, yeah, that's fine. So he didn't wear them to school this morning. I folded them up and I put them in his backpack. He's not going to be outside long enough first thing in the morning to need the snow pants. It's not really cold out. It's because there is snow on the ground and boys are dicks and, you know, they throw each other on the ground and whatever. So I just don't want the kid being wet all day. So I went to the Walmart after I dropped Boo Boo off at work. And they have 0 boys snow pants. 0. And actually, it was the same in the girls' department, because don't think I didn't go looking in the girls' department, too. I thought if I could find a pair of dark blue or black snow pants, I don't give a fuck what gender it's for. They're fucking snow pants. It don't matter. As long as they're not glittery and whatever, who fucking cares? So, I just need snow pants, my dude. And neither section had any. So, and I hate driving. I really didn't want to drive all over town. Fuck's sakes. So I went into the ladies' department. Yep, I did. And I found me a pair of small jogging pants, or snow pants, that actually have like a Velcro thing that you can pull out and cinch it in a bit. And I thought, fuck that shit. That is what we're doing. Yes, ma'am. Yep. Nobody be none the wiser. They're dark navy blue or black. I don't fucking know. They're dark. They're plain. They're warm. They should keep him. They should be fine. And like I said, the waist is somewhat adjustable. So, yeah. Done. Fuck. Whatever. Fucking $50 later. Jesus Christ. Whatever. So, that's done. And I called the school and let them know I was coming. I said, bring in snow pants, so be ready. The kid's not going without snow pants. So, I mean, if he didn't like to root around in the snow, I wouldn't care if he didn't wear snow pants. But, I mean, by the time I was his age, I wasn't wearing snow pants no more. Fuck that shit. That ain't cool. It ain't cool. But he likes to goof around in the snow and, you know, all that kind of crap. So, you know what? Then you need to stay dry. You need to wear snow pants. And his friends are dicks, right? They like to throw each other down on the ground and what, like, I mean, boys are weird. I'm going to tell you, if any of my friends did that, there'd be a problem. No, don't do that. No, it's not funny. I don't like that shit. But that's what they do. So I was like, yeah. Until you guys all grow out of that shit, fucking wear snow pants. Otherwise, you're going to be wet and cold all day. You're going to end up sick. They're going to tell me you need to go for another fucking Rona test. And then I'm going to have to scream and yell at the school again. Like, fuck. Oh, my God. Get the fuck out of here. I dropped those off. But before I went to the school, I went to the Timmy's because I needed a coffee. And that line, oh my God. I mean, there was no way. Because I told the school I'd be there in like 10 or 15 minutes. And there was just no way. I wanted to make sure I was there before morning recess. And I'm not 100% sure when that is. So I pulled in and I'm like, oh dear shit. Yes, no, we'll come back later. And I'm telling you, to find a spot to go and turn around and get the fuck out of there. Oh, Jesus. Whatever. I did it. It's fine. And I dropped off the snow pants. And I said to the secretary when I got to the school, we said, you know, our hellos and whatever. And I said, now I literally just bought these. Like I just came from the Walmart. You need to take the tags off. And somebody needs to, he or somebody needs to put his name in there somewhere. Because if some little motherfucker steals these snow pants, I'm going to go friggin' postal. $50 snow pants. That happened one year. I spent like $45 on a pair of goddamn snow pants. I wrote his name in them and everything. And some little motherfucker took his snow pants the very first day he wore them. He had them on his ass once. And some dickless little piece of shit took his snow pants. I was fucking livid. And don't think I didn't tear that school apart looking for his snow pants. I was so mad. I was like, yeah. If I could figure out which little cocksucker it was, his parents would have owed me $50. Fucking eat a dick. I can't afford that shit. Ended up paying for another pair of, that's $100. Are you fucking kidding me? I was livid. I was absolutely livid. It's like, I make minimum wage, my dude. I can't afford that shit. Kids are assholes. So, that's all done. And I went back and got my coffee. And again, people don't know how to work the fucking drive-through lines. It's like, you know, because it's a double drive-through there. And the sign says, clear as a bell, to move to the shortest line. And people just like to stay in the far right lane, and you know, it's like, what are you doing? You don't deserve to be in this line. You don't deserve to be on my planet. If you don't know how to go through a drive-through line, 1, you shouldn't be driving. 2, you shouldn't be on my goddamn planet. 3, you definitely should not be in my fucking way. And I'd already had a mask on for about 20 minutes today. I was not putting a mask on to go get a fucking coffee. I'm done with masks for the day. Fuck's sakes. Got my coffee. And I was like thinking to myself as I'm leaving the Timmy's, you know, I should go vlog before I go home, because I know by the evening I'm not going to want to go anywhere. It's actually quite nice out right now. It's sunny. It's a little cloudy, but it's nice out. I have my windows down a little bit, and they're like, it's nice out. And what do? I start to go home. Like, no, go around the other way. So that's been my day thus far, and it's what, like, what'd I say, 10:30? Yeah, it's 10 to 11 now, so it's probably 1:45 or something like that when I started, but fuck. And I heard back from the x-ray, the people that did my x-ray on my finger yesterday. I heard back from them in the afternoon. And all they told me is that it's not fractured. Okay. So I'm assuming whatever I've done, I've just sprained the shit out of it, because it's still swollen, it's still sore, it's still bruised. And she was like, yeah, just alternate heat and cold and take your ibuprofen and maybe go see your doctor in a month. And rest it. My dude, it's my finger. Like, I work with my hands. Whatever. I'm not icing and heating this bitch 6 times a day. It's not fucking happening. I got other shit I gotta do. I will ice and heat it maybe 3 times, and I will take my ibuprofen. Other than that, fuck right off. And as far as resting it, I only work 2 or 3 days a week, so it's fine. I think what I might start doing is on my days off, maybe I'll wrap it. Like, I'll wrap it so that it's not moving around as much. Like, it's not like bending and shit all the time. And that might help, like, rest it. But other than that, fuck, whatever. If it ain't broken, it's fine. We'll carry on. So, I wonder if that bird has moved. When I came down this road here to come park in this little tiny parking lot, I come around the corner and it's kind of hilly. So I didn't see it until I was literally like right on it, right? There was something in the middle of the road, but I couldn't see what it was. And as I went to go around it, because I didn't know what it was, it flew, so it was a bird, right? It went to fly, but it never went anywhere, right? So I'm thinking, fuck me, like I hit this fucking end. You know, people, whatever, okay, fine. If I hit a person, it's because they're doing something stupid. Don't really feel bad for stupid people. But I instantly felt like, oh my God, like I just ran over a bird. Oh my God. Or I knocked it or something, like, yeah. So as I moved away from it, I'm looking in my rear view mirror and I can see this thing sitting in the middle of the road, and I'm like, no. But I don't know if, see, there's this realtor sign out on the corner here, and I don't know if it's covering it, and if it is, then that car just hit it. Fuck. I'd have to check on my way home. And there was a whole bunch of birds when I pulled into the parking lot and actually got situated. There was a whole bunch of them sitting, like, all congregated around where I think I knocked or hit this bird or whatever the fuck it was. I'm pretty sure it was a bird. And they're all gone now. And I don't see nothing anywhere. So I'm hoping that he's okay and he shook it off. And he's gone with his buddies now. They're gonna go find some brunch or something. Like, oh. Yeah, it's gotta be gone. I was like, oh no! God damn it. But I mean, the roads are still kind of wet. They're a little slippery, and it's like I'm not getting into an accident over some animal on the road. Like, I mean, fuck. What do I do? What do I do? But I'm pretty sure it's gone. I think it's fine. I think it shook it off. It's gonna go home and tell the wife and kids a crazy story about the stupid human, and oh dear. Whatever it was big. It was a big bird. I have no freaking clue, but it was big. Oh my goodness. So that was a little upsetting this morning. But like I said, I don't see it. I think it's tottered off now. His buddies came and got him. That's what it looked like. It was interesting. So today I think I'm going to, well, I am, it's happening. I'm going to finish off my bedroom. Well, now that I've got everything out from under the bed and I have it stacked and, you know, into piles, right, of what's what, I need to find a place to put them because it's stuff I don't want to throw away. right? Like my old school notes and stuff. And I don't know, I like to keep that stuff. I take wicked good notes, let me tell you. Because it's all my medical stuff, right? And it's, I don't know, I just kind of like to have it around to like look shit up and whatever. And, because I get asked questions all the time. Now, I mean, I'm not a nurse or a doctor or anything. I was a PSW, but I get asked little things all the time from friends and whatever. So it's like, I'm not like, and I always say, like, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm not even a practicing PSW anymore. Like, but let me look it up. I'll see what I can find for you. Like, you know what I mean? But always go to your medical professional, though. Advice from friends is good, especially friends that are somewhat knowledgeable, but always go to your medical professional. I'm just saying. Just saying. I can remember when I went back into hairdressing, and it was like within my first week of being back, everybody knew that I'd gone to school for PSW, and at that point I had never even worked as a PSW. I just had my certificate, but I had never done anything with it. And we had this lady come in who had mobility issues. Like, she should have had a walker or a cane or something. Failing that, she should have had a fucking family member with her, because she couldn't move safely on her own from chair to chair or whatever, right? So if you were doing a color on her, she couldn't get up and move herself safely from that chair over to the shampoo sink, right? And so one of the girls would be calling me, you know, Jen, can you come help this lady? And I'm like, no. I'm not ambulating anybody, okay? I'm a hairdresser now. And as a hairdresser, I am not bonded to ambulate people, okay? If you can't do it yourself, you need a family member here. If you can't have a family member here, then you need to have an assisted device. You need a walker, you need a cane, you need a wheelchair, whatever the fuck. But I'm not ambulating anybody. Like, we're hairdressers. We're not bonded for that shit. I remember the lady was so upset. Like, no way. I am not assisting you and chancing you slipping or both of us slipping and getting hurt and then you fucking suing my dumb ass. That's not fucking happening. I'm a hairdresser, not a PSW. When I am here, I am a hairdresser, not a PSW. No. Nope. Hard no. Jesus Christ. I remember when my mom was alive, she used to call me up, she texted me. She couldn't speak, so didn't call me. She would text me. All these questions about pain management and side effects of whatever, and she would describe whatever pain she was having and what does this mean, and I'm going, not a doctor, not a nurse. Like, huge difference between a doctor, a nurse, and a PSW. Huge, okay? Dear Lord. I mean, those people go to school for like 4, 5, 6 years. My course was 2 years. My course was a year. I was in college for 2 years, because I switched things. But the PSW course that I took was a year. Like, I can't help you. I can take your blood pressure. I can take your O2 sats. I'm not a practicing PSW, so if you're family and you need help ambulating, I can do that. If you need help with your ADLs, I can do that if you're family. Not a practicing PSW anymore. Do not ask me about side effects of medications and I have a pain here. What does that mean? I have no fucking clue. I do have a geriatric drug book that I picked up at the college. It's just a used book. And it has like A to Z of medications prescribed mainly to geriatric people, and the different combinations and what they're used for and possible side effects and all that stuff. Now that did come in handy for my mom because there was a prescription that she was given and I can't remember what it was for. But it sounded familiar to me, and I was like, let me look into that. So I originally started on the Google, and I thought, wait a minute, I have this book. So I went and I found that book. And it's done like a dictionary, like it's all alphabetical. Excuse me. So I went and looked it up. And one of the side effects to this medication was that it could detach your retina. I was like, well, the bitch can't speak. We don't need her to go blind too. Like, fuck's sakes. I said, so I went over to her place because texting just gets, and I could read her lips. So I went over. And I brought the book and I read it to her and I showed it to her and I said, you need to talk to your doctor about this. Oh, she's like, I'm getting off it, blah, blah. I was like, no. I am not a doctor. Okay. I just did a little bit of research. This is what I found. You need to talk to your doctor about this. Like, all patients need to learn how to advocate for themselves. When there's a disability involved, like my mother couldn't speak, she was nonverbal. Then you need to find alternate ways and make sure that you have a medical proxy that can go in and advocate for you. So she was like, well, you're my medical proxy, which I was. I said, okay, but I didn't have the paperwork at the time. I said, you need to get me a copy of this medical proxy because I need to bring it in with me and they'll copy it and they'll put it in your patient file. And then I don't have to bring it with me every fucking time I come. It's on your record. And I will have them embold it. And I will have them fucking highlight that shit. And then when I come in and I present myself and I tell them that, I am your medical proxy, then I can speak for you. Right? So funny things like that, and we had to go into her, I think it was her doctor in London. She had many specialists. We had to go into London and talk to her doctor about this medication because that concerned me. I was like, when you're prescribed stuff, especially if you're something like a cancer survivor and they're prescribing you all kinds of different meds to deal with the after effects of cancer treatment, because that shit just destroys your fucking body. And it caused her a lot of pain. Her cancer was throat cancer. So everything was targeted in the neck. So what the radiation had done was fused all the upper vertebrae in her neck. So she couldn't move her neck. She was like this. And there is nothing in this world worse than bone pain. And she lived with that for, 10 years, damn near, 8 years. So she was prescribed all the time, all kinds of shit. But she would never ask, What is this for? What does this do? What are the side effects? Is it going to interact with anything else I'm on? Because she was on a lot of different kind of pain meds. You know, when we start off on a pain regimen, then, you know, I mean, you're playing with a lot of stuff, right? So I was like, these are things you need to ask. So I'd made a list of questions that she was to show her doctors, her specialists, her pharmacists, whatever, whenever she was prescribed something, that they could go through and they would just answer the questions, right? And I told her, you know, you need to take note of what they're saying, because again, with all the pain meds and all that stuff, I mean, you go into like a drug fog, right? And she couldn't remember. So you need to keep diaries, you need to keep notes, you need to write everything down. It's, you know, think of it as doing a police report. You need to write everything down, right? The cold hard facts. If point, you know, do it in point form. You know, or have somebody, me or my brother, or have somebody with you that can do that for you. Like, it is so easy to be over medicated or under medicated. But with the over medication, then you have things that are cross acting with each other, and which causes a whole other host of unnecessary problems. And then it's like, okay, well, is this something that we actually need to treat, or is this something that we can treat by like fucking taking some shit away? Like, your body is not meant to be a pharmaceutical dump. Like, it can only take so much. And then it just goes, nope. I don't know how we got onto that, but that was some frustrating shit for years. And, you know, even when I started school, like when I originally went back to college, I was going for medical office administration, if you can fucking picture that shit. Office jobs. But they're 9 to 5, 8 to 4, whatever the fuck, and no weekends. So that's what I wanted. I wanted no evenings, no weekends, no major holidays. I wanted, you know, just a regular 9 to 5 job. With decent pay and benefits and a fucking pension. God damn it. I don't think that's a lot to ask for. But it was a lot of computer work, and actually learning the research stuff and all that was actually really interesting. I was surprised I found that interesting. But what fucked me up in that course was Excel. I cannot get my brain around Excel. That program makes zero sense to me. And it's math, and I'm dyslexic, and I was like, yeah, no. Sadly, no. And then there was the math too, like the actual math course. Like, god damn it, my math is ridiculous. And my professor, my math teacher, bless his heart, I would go in to see him after class, like if I had open time or whatever, like whenever either of us had spare time, he worked with me. Like, he tried. And I like, don't think I didn't try. I mean, math frustrates the shit out of me. It makes me angry. Then I get into that fucking I'm stupid headspace, and that's it, I'm done. And he would talk me down. He'd be like, nope, it's fine. You're fine. It's fine. We'll get you through this, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, and I just kind of thought, you know what? If my problem was one, Excel, or just the actual math, I could probably fight my way through it, but I was having such an issue with both. It was like, it's not for me. And office work, honestly, is not for me. I did clerical work in the summer when I was in high school with my mom for her department, and it's so boring. all the sitting, and it's like I need to move around. Yeah. I would do laps up the stairs. Like if I had to go to HR for something, or if I had to go down to the cafeteria to get coffee, I always took the stairs. There's a fuck ton of stairs in that building. Because that's the only way I could get some energy out. I'd be sitting there just fucking vibrating, just typing all day. And oh my God, it drove me nuts. And then I'd go home mentally exhausted. Like just like headaches from looking at the computer all day. And, oh, fucking Lord Jesus. So I quit that and I did the PSW course the second year. And that was much better. But it's funny to me how, I mean, if you're somehow even loosely in the medical field, people think that you went to medical school, and that's just not the case. Before I got my job cleaning, I actually went to, we have a sleep clinic here. And the day after my interview for the job I have now, I had this interview at the sleep clinic. And it was like hooking you up to all the brain shit and the heart stuff and whatever the fuck, to monitor like sleep apnea, night terrors, like all that kind of shit. And it was an overnight job, which is fine. My kids are old enough now, like it's fine. Like I'd be home, make dinner, go to work, be home at like 7. It was like 7 to 7 or something like that, which I mean, for me is perfect. But it was also weekends. And I think it was like $16 an hour. And they trained you. So you had to do these modules like every month to learn to be this technician for all these monitor thingies and whatever. And I thought, well, quite frankly, and it's to certify you, right? So I kind of feel like you're certified in anything, you should be making more than $18 an hour. Right? I don't know. That's my opinion. I've seen PSW jobs out there now, and I don't know if they're private or if they're through a company, but I've seen PSW jobs that are paying like $32, $35 an hour. That's what it should be. You go to school and you fork out like 80 grand or whatever for an education, then you should be getting most definitely more than minimum wage, certainly more than $18 an hour. I feel the same way about hairdressing. My hairdressing course back in the day, I think for the whole kit and caboodle, I think it was like fuck, I can't even remember. That was like 20 odd years ago. But you have to do so much schooling and then so many hours apprenticing, and that, I mean, it's a whole thing. You have to be tested. You have to get licensed. Like, PSWs are certified. Hairdressers are licensed. It's a trade. Right? And then you need to buy all your instruments, all your scissors, all your blow dryers, all your curling irons, all your flattening irons, all your blow dryers, all your perm rods, all your set rods, like, all your color, all your all your promoter, all your perm solutions, your, hairspray, shampoos, conditioners, waxes, pomades. Like, I mean, come on. You're gonna pay me minimum wage? What the fuck? The fuck out of here. You have the audacity to call me a trade and then fucking not pay me for it? You out of your goddamn mind? If you went to any contractor on the planet and said, I'm going to pay you minimum wage, tell you to go fuck your hat. That is not going to happen. Very disrespectful, I feel. Anywho, I think I've ranted on long enough. I don't know what the hell this video is all about, but apparently I'm in a mood. But we're at the 40-minute mark, so I'm going to boot and get some stuff done. There's lots of people pulling in this parking lot now. So I'm going to go get my adulting done for the day and see what kind of shenanigans I can get into later. So anybody who happens to be watching, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care of yourself, and we'll talk later.